thought in my mind was be total, be you. Whatever is necessary to do, you are the one in this moment to take that responsibility.
So Jamal Ali, welcome to the Havel Channel. You first came to international attention in 2012 when you were arrested after an opposition demonstrations in Baku against the state's human rights record and also the amount of money that was being spent on the Eurovision Song Contest at that time. What exactly did you do during those demonstrations that got you into so much trouble?
I actually was invited as an artist to perform, and I had 10 songs. After the first song, somebody jumped on the stage saying that I'm cursing and it's not okay language. And until then I didn't curse, and that moment I told, okay, if you want me to hear to curse, and then what I did was I said the harshest words which could be said in Azeri language and culture to the president.
And his mother as well?
What about his mother, yes. And that by law in open speech, damaging his honor, His Majesty's honor, from 2 to 5 years, and they wanted to keep me in jail for 5 years. But because it was Eurovision time and they didn't want to have a musician in jail and have an international event, they let me go after 10 years with saying, either you stay in jail for 5 years or you never come back. So I took my decision to go to Berlin.
But what was going through your mind? I mean, you must have known if you're on stage in front of lots of people and you are using this very strong language against the leader of your country who's essentially a dictator. He was the son of the previous president. He's been there for over 20 years now. You must have known the hammer would come down on you. What was going through your mind?
Through my mind, like all these words, when they came until my teeth and tongue, and that was the moment I decided if I say it or not. And the thought in my mind was be total, be you. Whatever is necessary to do, you are the one in this moment to take that responsibility. And I believe if you're going with the deep truth in yourself, in life forward, and there is some powers who will take care of the situation, and that was exactly what happened.
What had your life been like previously? I mean, were you a kind of opposition activist? Were you just a musician? What were you doing before that?
Before that, we had a very successful hip-hop band, which was followed by a lot of young people in Baku. And I was one of the 8 people, and my aspect a little bit was more political and social topics. I was touching those topics. And then they arrested a couple of video bloggers, and then I understood that this is going somewhere that I really cannot bear anymore. And then I joined more civil society members with my music, supporting the main goal that we're all fighting for. And during the time I was studying in Turkey, so I was a student in Turkey and coming back to Baku, and also recording and performing online, let's say, mostly.
And how harsh was the treatment you got from the police? You said eventually you left for Berlin, of course, but what exactly did they do to you?
Well, there was a lot of beatings, and they chose Saddam Hussein kind of torture method, beating with a baton in my heels, because that wouldn't leave any marks. And I would say they are quite specialized in doing what they're doing. They were successfully torturing me for a couple of hours 2 times. But honestly, there in those moments, I had the feeling, doesn't matter how much they torture your body, your mind is something that cannot change. And I was feeling even more strong. And at some point, something happened that I could, by a click, turn off my body, and I didn't even feel what was going on.
And the people who were torturing you and beating you, did it make them angrier when you were resisting in that way?
I was actually taking my time to build long sentences, because I understood the IQ level of these people who were beating me was quite low. And the longer the sentence, and you keep your attention, their attention span focused on the sentence, and you win time to get less torture. Basically, I was just playing with them.
And where did that instinct come from? How did you know in that moment this is the way to treat these guys?
This cannot be read in any book, learned in any lesson. It's just survival instinct, and I don't know, it's a little bit playing chess with them in that moment, probably.
Well, you, as you say, you settled in Berlin, where you have created protest songs against the regime in Azerbaijan. How does your music typically reach people there, and what kind of responses does it get?
Well, usually it's I have quite a reputation for not changing my position for all these years. Doesn't matter how successful our band was, many members decided to take away a career of making music and not speaking about some certain topics. I chose going more underground way and of speaking about what I want. Couple of tracks one of them especially brought a lot of family members in the topic, and my mother was taken to detention for 3 days. They were asking me to delete the video. I tricked them there and I just made the video offline for a while and then put it back again. So a lot of family members got travel ban, and they were threatened to be fired from the governmental jobs wherever they were working, as teacher, as doctor, etc. So I costed a lot of trouble in my family members circle, and I must say it was hard time for me to feel this distance with my family, because it was feeling like I'm causing trouble. But yeah, I mean, it comes with a price, and I just had to do things smarter.
What about the audience for your music in your home country? How do they typically access it? Do you get feedback from people?
Yes, of course, especially when there is a hot topic and I make a song about this. When some political refugees, politically arrested people and were sitting in jail, I made some music about them. It was welcomed very highly from the audience side, and doesn't matter how hard it is to be in Azerbaijan to support such a cause. People, when my mother was threatened with police detention, they said, you can delete the video, we will download and upload it. So there was a big campaign. So I'm very grateful for that support. And a lot of young people, I decided for myself, even if we don't win the fight, even if we don't make a step towards winning freedom, I will hold this castle. Even if I'm alone, I will be an example of that it's possible. I'm still alive, I still do music. And I think just with my existence, breathing every day, it's paving the way.
This is a few years ago now that you were forced out of your country. In that time since then, have you ever had any moments where you thought, this price is too high? What I did cost me too much. I maybe shouldn't have done it, or I could have thought about it a bit more?
No, never something like this. Even I thought the opposite, actually, that I could have done more. There were some moments I was just paralyzed with some feelings and being down and not feeling up-spirited enough. And maybe I could have done more, but never regretted for what I have done.
And how about adjusting to life in Germany? How was that for you?
It's a lot of bureaucracy, it's a lot of cold weather, but I like the freedom in Berlin. And now all these 13 years that I've lived there, I built from scratch what I think I feel happiest about. It's my band, my music, and the world doesn't get an easier place, it gets even harder place. So we cover those topics now with even stronger sound and more energy and with more people, and I'm happy about it. This is my new family, basically.
And what language are you singing or rapping in Germany?
All the languages that I know, except for German until now. I never felt like writing something in German, but we have songs in English, Azeri, and I'm writing more in Russian and Spanish.
And your band, Gimme the Juice, where are they from?
Oh, we're quite multinational. North African countries, Algeria, Tunisia, Italian, Belgian, Netherlands. I'm from Azerbaijan. We have from Argentina a band member. So we're quite a multi-culti band.
And you're performing here in Prague tonight
Yes.
as part of the conference here. That's an unusual thing for this conference, to have a speaker who's also going to be performing. I have one more question for you though, Jamal. Do you feel that there's any chance of you ever going back to your home country?
I strongly believe so. I do everything possible in that way. And it's not just about my country. It's at the moment a lot of Palestinian cause that I think is not so much talked about. And in Germany, Berlin, it's very hard. It was very hard in the beginning to convince people that it's time to see the truth rather than supporting whatever Israel cause is, because I think German youth was quite traumatized with the history and how they were taught. So they took quite a long time, but last Thursday there was a big protest of 150,000 people in Berlin, and I'm happy about this shift. So it's not just about Azerbaijan that now is in the coverage of our band because we're getting bigger, but about Azerbaijan I also wrote a song recently which I will perform today too, and it's mostly about how much I miss this lover that I cannot miss, cannot reach, and with a great hope of reuniting.
Well, Jamal Ali, thank you very much for speaking to the Havel Channel, and good luck to you in general.
My pleasure. Thank you for the invitation.